I'm Kimberly from Fat Quarter Shop, and today spring fever is taking over and the only cure is a new quilt recoloring. You can purchase the Spring Fever Quilt Kit at Fat Quarter Shop. A link is in the description box. You'll receive the Leaflets quilt pattern by Wendy Sheppard and all the fabrics to make the 68-inch square quilt top and binding. A backing set is also sold separately. The kit does feature enough fabric to allow for starching. For this quilt, you need 12 fat quarters, 3 1/4 yards of background fabric, 3/8 yard for your middle border, 7/8 yards for your outer border, and then you will need a backing and a binding. Today we are using the Wild Honey collection by Lella Boutique from Moda fabrics. After you've gathered all your fabrics and supplies, let's get sewing. Today we're going to be making leaflet blocks. From each of your 12 fat quarters, you're going to make 3 blocks each for a total of 36. And when we're assembling the block, we're going to do the left part first, the right part second, and the middle part last. So let's get sewing. Now we're going to make the left unit of the block. You're going to take one of your squares, put it on the top of the rectangle, stitch directly on the line, trim a 1/4 inch away, and press. Then on the bottom, you're going to do the same thing, making sure that your diagonals go the same direction. Stitch directly on the line, trim a 1/4 inch away, and press. And this will be what your unit looks like. Then you're going to add a square and a rectangle. All those measurements are in the pattern. Sew that together and you're going to make 36 left units. Now we're going to make our right unit, and you're going to put the square in opposite direction. So your diagonal line goes from the bottom left to the top right. Add that, do the same thing at the bottom, making sure your diagonals are the correct way. And when you're done, you can see how they look opposite. You'll have 36 of each. Now we're going to make the top part of our center unit, and you're going to be using those same rectangles and the same squares. You're just going to look at the placement of them. Stitch directly on these lines, make 36 each. Once you have those together, you're going to make this, and that is going to be the top of your center unit. Super easy, super quick. Now this is going to be the trickiest unit of this block. You're going to take 2 background rectangles and 1 print rectangle. Sew those together with a 1/4 inch seam. Then you're going to take matching squares and place them just like this, stitch directly on the line, and press. You're going to have 36 of these, and I would just say take your time, use pins, and go really slow. Now you're going to sew these 2 together using matching fabrics, and that will be your center unit. Now you're just going to put your left, right, and center unit together, and you're going to just pin these, sew with a 1/4 inch seam, and you're going to have 36 blocks. And remember, you started with 12 fat quarters. You're going to make 3 blocks with each fat quarter to come up with 36. Now to assemble your quilt is very easy. You're just going to take your blocks, and they have sashing in between and then sashing between the rows. Then you have an inner border, middle border, and outer border. And we put green on the binding since the white, we wanted something to contrast. And then we put a matching backing to the border. And if you look at Wendy's pattern, she has 3 rows where the leaves are facing up and 3 rows where the leaves are facing down. You can do it that way, or you can place them all facing the same direction and have fun with your quilt. So we put together the Spring Fever kit where we paired a newer collection with the Leaflets pattern to give it a new look. Or you can just purchase the Leaflets pattern, grab fabric from your stash, and start sewing. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.